Hey everyone, didn't expect to be talking to you again this soon, but we had some big updates over the last couple of days, so I figured I would just give everyone a quick rundown of that. Um, Basically, we did not have the success I was hoping for as far as conventions go. They've all been taking a while to get back to me, but then this last weekend and last week we had, I don't know, I think three cons get back to me, TFF, FWA, and Fernal Equinox being among them. And that's it wasn't good. I'm having trouble getting to this because it's never easy to be the bearer of your own bad news, but it was bad. We're currently 18th in line on the Fernal Equinox waitlist. I have no idea where I'm at on the Furry Weekend Atlanta waitlist because it didn't say, but I didn't get in. And TFF, as you all know, of course, is we're currently sixth in line, and that's just not going to cut it. So yeah, that was bad. It was a good weekend, but a rough weekend considering all of that news that I got. But where I'm at now is between that and having a pretty poor weekend as far as some auctions that we ran as well. Things could be better. I was hoping that I would come back to you this weekend and be able to tell you that things had turned around and the plan was having an immediate effect and immediate success that we talked about last time. Naturally, it's not the case. But there's, still too early to give up. It's the fourth quarter. Game's not over yet. The biggest thing to update right now is just the convention situation that we're probably not going to be at Furry Fiesta. Probably not going to be at Furry Week in Atlanta. Probably not going to be at Fernal Equinox. We are still going to be at MFF, of course. So we'll see y'all there in about a month and a half, actually. We will hopefully be at First Squared. Haven't gotten a response from that one yet, but I've heard it's likely, so here's hoping. And we're already in for Pine FurCon, of course, up in Maine, not May. It's in April. So I will be at that one as well, so hopefully we've at least got those three to look forward to, and maybe some miracles happen and we get off the wait list that we're on. Because of the slowdown in commissions, though, because of the lack of conventions to sell at, and the situation just being the way it is, I didn't want to slow down commission openings, but I'm probably going to. Right now, what I'm thinking, what I'm looking at here, is basically I'm going to do fewer like outright commissions, just opening commissions and having sales, and more YCH auctions. I feel like those typically do fairly well. And what's nice is I can keep control on it, so I know I'm writing exactly what I want to write, which does help. I know it's a little selfish, but I feel like when someone's doing exactly what they want to do, they usually do a better job. And I want to give you guys the highest quality stuff that I can, because other than that, honestly, with the con shortage, the commission shortage, and everything else going the way it is, my plan right now is to focus on things that I can finish and immediately publish or monetize. I've got a couple of books, more than a couple of books in the works. I'm dipping my toes in the human erotica pool, which we'll see how that goes. It's kind of hard to get started on that, but I'll be doing mostly the same thing I have of going on Kindle. I'll have a different pen name for that kind of stuff. I don't know if we'll ever link the two pen names in the future. Probably not. We'll see what happens and see how that goes. But I'm going to dip my toes in that pool, and I might post some of that stuff on Patreon just to see what you guys think of it, just to get some opinions. I also have plans for, as silly as this sounds, a kid's book. But not exactly the kind you're probably thinking. It'd be more along the lines of that Go the Fuck to Sleep book, which is so funny. Sort of a sarcastic kids book that can still teach you something, but is also vulgar because that's how I do. But I really want to do it because it'll be fun and have all kinds of crappy drawings in it that I might even do myself, and it'd be a fun alternate thing to have for conventions. And of course, as I mentioned last time, the plan is still to start branching out, doing more young adult stuff, doing more, I guess, pre-teen geared stuff even. I have a couple of projects in mind that I really want to work on in that vein. The biggest one probably being The Guardian of the Library is the working title. It's a fun story that's definitely going to kind of be on that edge of is this for teenagers or for young adults? Not really sure. But it's not going to be a mature book in the adult sense. And I'm definitely going to be giving that a lot of my attention. You guys will like it because one of the main characters is, at least at this point in the stages, is planned to be like a half anthropomorphized fox, sort of the Puss in Boots style from Shrek, I guess is what I'd call it. So you guys will love it for that aspect, but there's a lot of other elements to it that I really like. So I'm going to be spending a lot more time working on just finishing books for myself, doing writing that I think is going to do well, and putting together things that I can almost immediately monetize. Because that's what it's going to have to be to succeed. That's what we can do right now. And again, goodness only knows what the reason is for the shortage of commissions, and there hasn't been any answers really given to me, so I can't theorize why. I can't figure out exactly what it is. And most conventions don't tell you exactly, other than just saying you didn't make it. They don't really give you a concrete reason or list of reasons why you don't get picked. I mean, they have only, each con does it differently. Some do it lottery style, some do it first come, first serve. Some say they're doing it lottery style, and they really don't. Everyone's got their own methods, though. And because they're all different, there's no one answer as to why you do or don't get into a convention. I know more about the politics of it than I'd like to admit, and I'm not going to say anything more about the subject than that. I just know that sometimes you get lucky and sometimes you don't. Again, fingers crossed for a miracle that we get into those cons, because I've heard a lot of people on Twitter saying they would love to see me at Texas and love to see me in Atlanta, and you guys just saying you want me to be there means the world to me. If we can do something to make it happen, we will. You know, it comes down to, it's out of my control at this point. So here's hoping. And for those of you who can make it up to MFF, of course, I'll be happy to meet you guys there. But in the meantime, expect to see a steady drop-off in how many commissions I open for, a slight uptick in how many YCH auctions I'm taking. And other than that, it's going to be working pretty much on book stuff exclusively for a little bit, especially given that I've got one planned to come out at First Square next year, assuming we get in. I'm not taking that for granted. But it's going to be busy. It's going to be busy in a good way. You'll probably be seeing less individual stuff from me, less little things here and there. But you will still be seeing something, especially if you're on Patreon. So I wish I would have had more good news to say in this video. But it is what it is. We're going to keep keep the chin up and hopefully continue going into 2018 with some positive vibes, and hope for a very good year next year, because we took a step forward this year, but not a big one. I wanted 2017 to be a big step forward, and it's been more of like a doggy paddle toward the deep end of the pool. So fingers still crossed that 2018 is going to be a little bit better than 2017 has been. I think that's all I got for you guys this time. I figured I'm not going to do these videos as often as I have been doing them lately. I didn't feel like typing all this out, and I figure more people will probably hear and listen to the message if I just say it all really quick instead of writing it and then forcing y'all to read something else. So I will focus my efforts for writing on things that really matter, and if I have any other updates, I will let you guys know, but for now, that's about all I got. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I hope everyone has a great October. We've got plenty of fun stuff coming up on Patreon for you, and a few things that'll appear publicly as well that, of course, all have to be Halloween-themed, because how can we not? Hope you guys have a great month, and we'll talk to you again soon.